Next up, I want to show you all the different artistic effects that are available to you. So let's take a moment to create a few different shapes here because you really start to see this when you have a few different colors and shapes kind of piled up on top of each other. So we'll create some rounded rectangles and change their fill. And just take a moment to quickly create some interesting shapes here. Nothing in particular. We'll switch over to the ellipse tool and we'll change that color as well. Just gives us a little bit of contrast between the different parts, and that should be more than enough. And just to be organized, I'm going to select all of those, and as you learned in an earlier video, I'll go up to Object and then we will go down to group all of those. So now if we select anything inside here, we are actually working with and moving the entire group. And now we're going to again go up to our effects, and this time we're going to scroll down to artistic. Now at this point it really doesn't matter which one of these you select, because as you select them a pop-up is going to open up which is going to give us a zoomed in preview of what our image looks like with the specific effect applied. So you can go through these and actually start applying different effects. So things like film grain, so you can see things are getting a little bit grainy, fresco, and you can see very quickly that you get a very dramatic change, something that looks a little bit like stained glass. Plastic wrap, looks like we have a little bit of a shiny plastic coating on top of this. It would be very difficult to try and achieve these things on your own, but you can actually go through this entire panel selecting each one of these and taking a look and seeing exactly what new effects that you have. And the reason I said it didn't matter what you selected is because you can just start opening up each one of these little folders here and going through each one of these and applying the different effects to your illustration to see how it works. So I kind of like this stencil-y chalk looking effect, which again is something that you wouldn't normally think Illustrator would do, but with this effects panel available to us we can actually apply these. So I'll click OK, and then very quickly you can see that that's applied, so we can actually zoom in here. We'll deselect everything and you can see now we still can edit our curve points and change everything inside our illustration, but when we do, it actually applies and keeps that effect that we're working with. So very powerful stuff with Illustrator, in the sense that you're never really doing a destructive exercise when you apply things like these effects. You can always edit your path and move things around later, and then as you do, these amazing effects like blur and shadows and all these artistic effects will come along with you.